Alright, let's move the ends right out.
The greatest music ever made. The sound.
Alright, start up the mighty race car. See if it will start actually. Last very uneventful drive. Okay, here we are under the car. This is the 316 Ti. So basically got to disconnect all the engine, gearbox, drive shaft and exhaust. So I'll start with the exhaust, that'll come off first, and then we'll take the shields off here to get at the drive shaft, take this plate off, drain the fluids, undo the engine mounts from under here, and as many of the pipes and nuts and bolts and whatever, fuel lines, etc. Do as much under here as possible, and then we'll lower the car down, and then start on the electronics on the top there, and plumbing, and probably pull the front of the car off just to make it easier, so the bumper off, rad support, headlights, it just makes it easier access to get in there. Yeah, so we'll start on that. Okay, so have drained the radiator, well most of it, undone the engine mounts, the earth strap there, exhaust systems off, the shield, drive shaft, undone most of the gearbox mounts on top and everything, just these ones are just done loosely, undone the fuel line from the filter there, O2 sensor plugs. I've actually taken the shield off here and undone the torque converter from the gearbox, because I'll separate the gearbox. It's just easier to store when they're 2 bits rather than one big long piece. Still got to do the power steering and other stuff, but I'll take the front of the car off first. It makes it easier working in through the front. Yeah, so that's that. So you end up with a bucket full of bolts, something like that. And I took the sway bar off as well, because the 6-cylinder one's a different shape, so that was sort of going to be in the way. And yeah, and there's the old drive shaft, yeah, complete with the ripped hanger bearing. Probably why it shook a bit. And yeah, so there we go. So it's ready to drop down now and start undoing the front and the stuff on the top. Okay, so now we've got the car down. Now we've got to start removing all the electrics and plumbing from up here. So we'll take the air pump out, power steering, reservoir, airbox, all these trims and covers, this plastic cover here, ECUs out of there, doing the wiring loom, battery cables here. Yeah, just a matter of just keep plodding along, aircon lines, etc. And take the front off as well, and the bumper, so we can just pull the whole lot out the front. Just makes it a little bit easier. It's only held on with a few bolts, and it comes off. Yeah, so we'll get on with that. Okay, here we go, taking the front off. So red sport gone, wire to the fan and all the headlights are out. Just got to start undoing the plumbing and stuff here and take this out the front. So you end up with the headlight, red support, bumper indicators, earbox. Yeah, so we'll just carry on with that, and then be able to start on the back stuff and then pull it out the front. Okay, alright, so front's removed, radiator's out. Just got to undo the power steering line from the pump here. Aircon lines from the back, but we'll do the rest of it from up there. I just thought I'd show you what it's like from this angle. As you can see, these motors love to leak oil from just about anywhere and everywhere. This one's already been cleaned, but yeah, no, they suffer from gaskets failing. Anyway, that's just wear and tear and maintenance. Okay, here's with most of the wiring loom disconnected. So I pulled it all out of here, pulled that panel off, undone the water hoses down the back here. Main power feed cables to the battery, one on the earth over here. Vacuum booster pipe. Yeah, and the engine mounts on the top of there. Come off, and should pretty much be ready to hook a chain on it and yank it out. Okay, right, ready to lift the engine out. This is where you test the strength of your fuel line or your throttle cable or something that you forgot to undo. And so we've got to lift it up and get the sump clear of the cross member. And oh, broken something. Ah, know what I've forgotten? Power steering line. Okay, take two. Power steering line off. And the motor up. Move that hook into it front position. Come up on a steeper angle. Yeah, look at that, oxygen sensor jammed right into the steering shaft. Okay, take two. Okay, take 3 or 4 or whatever. Stupid alarm wire. There we go. Okay, well here we have it. One E46 B18 engine and 5-speed GM auto. Anyway, now I've got to clean this engine bay up. Filthy, dirty, filthy car. So we'll give it a wash in degrees and start changing some of the pipes. Need a different power steering line on there and AC pipes and fuel and vent for the fuel tank, and take this out and a couple other things, put the clutch, yeah, a few other things to do anyway. Alright. Okay, now it's going to separate the gearbox from the engine. And that's that. Okay, we'll wash down, cleaner, clean the floor a little bit, and yeah.